Some stories disappear because they're solved. Others disappear because someone wants them forgotten. But occasionally, a story doesn't stay buried. It waits for the wrong person to start digging. This is the story of a journalist whose obsession with a forgotten serial killer slowly dismantled her reality. Welcome back to Real True Crime Stories Official. Here, we explore real cases, overlooked investigations, and unsettling truths, told calmly, carefully, and without exaggeration. Tonight's case isn't just about a killer. It's about what happens when the past starts watching the present. Between 1977 and 1981, at least 6 women vanished along a rural highway in the American Midwest. The victims shared similar traits: young, transient, economically vulnerable. Some were hitchhikers. Some were sex workers. Most were reported missing late, if at all. At the time, police departments lacked resources, coordination, and modern forensic tools. The cases were handled separately and rarely compared. Public attention faded. No arrests were made. No remains recovered. No answers given. One name appeared repeatedly in internal police discussions: Arthur Bell, a factory worker, a loner. Prior arrests for assault and vagrancy. Bell was questioned multiple times. He denied involvement. There was never enough evidence to charge him. In 1983, Arthur Bell died in an industrial accident. With the suspect dead, the investigation quietly stopped. The case was closed. More than 30 years later, investigative journalist Mara Ellison came across Bell's name by accident. Once respected, Mara had been sidelined by shrinking newsrooms and reduced to routine local reporting. While researching an unrelated homicide, she noticed Bell's name buried in a footnote. What disturbed her wasn't the accusation. It was the emptiness. Missing witness statements. Incomplete evidence logs. Entire sections absent. To Mara, it didn't look solved. It looked abandoned. Mara began filing public records requests. Many were denied. Others were heavily redacted. Some evidence was listed as lost. Officers involved were retired or dead. She started working nights, then weekends, then only on this case. Friends noticed changes. She withdrew. She became defensive. Mara believed she had uncovered a forgotten serial killer and the story that would revive her career. While reviewing crime scene photographs, Mara noticed something strange. In the background of one image, a reflection in a car window, stood a distant figure. A man, too blurred to identify, standing just outside the frame. At first, she dismissed it. Then she found the same figure in another photo. Different year, different location, always present, never documented. Someone else had been there. A retired deputy briefly agreed to speak, then called Mara back 2 days later. His voice was shaking. "You need to stop," he said. "You don't understand what you're looking at." That night, an envelope appeared outside Mara's apartment. Inside was a photocopied police memo marked "not for record." It referenced 2 suspects, one deceased, one unresolved. In the margin, handwritten: "Some people don't leave crime scenes. They stay connected." After that, Mara began to unravel. She slept with the lights on. She stopped answering calls. She experienced vivid dreams, procedural, detached, standing beside police, waiting in parked cars, watching highways at night, always observing. She heard breathing beneath old interview tapes, footsteps between sentences. The original files contained nothing. Her notes changed. Dates shifted. Quotes rewrote themselves. She installed security cameras. They recorded nothing. Mara's final article draft was never published. It ended abruptly. The last lines read, "Arthur Bell wasn't the killer authorities should have feared. He was the one who taught someone else how to disappear." There was no conclusion. Weeks later, Mara Ellison was found wandering along the abandoned highway connected to the disappearances. Disoriented, dehydrated, barefoot, she carried a recorder containing hours of blank audio. Doctors diagnosed a stress-induced psychotic break. Mara rejected it. "I didn't imagine him," she said. "I just noticed him." Mara's research files vanished soon after. The case remains closed. But locals still report seeing a lone figure near the old road at night, watching traffic that never comes. Some stories are forgotten. Others are buried, and some wait patiently for someone curious enough to look closer. This has been Real True Crime Stories Official.